Okay, in this video, I'm gonna look at the 4 members of BLACKPINK. I haven't done a BLACKPINK reading in a minute, and I also have not kept up with BLACKPINK even at all. I didn't even know that they released a new EP or album. That's my bad. I'm going into this basically blind. I have no clue what they've been up to. In the near future, I look at more specific scenarios. Like someone said they wanted me to look into Jisoo and Jisoo's brother. I'll look into that. Check up on Lisa and Frederique. What are they up to? Jennie and Taeyong. Jennie and her album. Whatever. And Rose, of course. Well, with that being said, everything I say is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, and with peace and love. And let's go. Okay, so this is gonna be Jennie. This is gonna be Rose. This is gonna be Lisa, and this is gonna be Jisoo. Jennie is 2 of Swords. That's like I'm making the right choice about something. Ooh, sword again. King of Swords is like somebody that's speaking dishonestly. It's masculine energy. I can't tell if it's like from her, so it's her energy, or it's something around her. Not yet. Knight again. Swords, communication. She's coming out with something soon, or she's going to say something soon. I don't know how well it's going to go over. It also could be something about her as well. So it doesn't, it's all like, I'm releasing an album, guys. It could be something about something someone says, or like, it could also be kind of like a blind item that goes like kind of viral. Knight of Swords, someone charging towards her. A white knight, almost. This all seems very masculine energy. Like it feels like there's gonna be a man that comes into her orbit, or she's gonna like collaborate with a man. I'm not sure, but it seems masculine in nature. It also could be like a rumor that resurfaces, or like she is seen interacting with a man and people like pair them together. It doesn't have to be romantic. Partly it feels romantic, or not necessarily that it actually is, but like people might make it seem that way. I'm not sure. This is also interesting though, because this is like 2 and 2, and we've gotten to like, this is like 2 and 2. This is like home, family, stability. It can also be like a romantic relationship, like your spouse. In the reverse, it's like there's an instability there. There's not like a strong foundation. Sorry, I'm freaking out. I gotta relax. Okay, so 2 again. 2 of Cups. This is like a unionship or pairing. It's like romantic, but not. It would be like, you know, like fake dating rumors where it's like, oh, like this idol is totally dating this idol. And they're like, we just like said hi to each other one time and now everyone has blown this out of proportion. It's giving kind of that, except it's almost like we're friends or we work together more than like we're absolute strangers. But again, I think I'm misleading you guys, because it's not necessarily giving like the audience is making a mountain out of a molehill. It's almost like this is like Jennie, almost. I don't know how to explain this. Whatever it is, it seems like this seems like it's going to happen within the next 3 months. It feels like we're going to know about it. And it's almost like Jennie is seen maybe out partying with somebody. It seems like another celebrity, or it could be someone she's been seen with a lot lately. And now people are like, wait a minute, what's going on? It also could be an old flame. So someone she's been linked to previously and like they're seen together, or there's a connection. Whatever it is, it's like not real. It's not a strong foundation. It's not real. Or it's not as it seems, but it feels almost like, nah. I don't know why I'm being drawn to this specifically. 5, 6. 6 of Pentacles, giving to one thing more than another. Sometimes I can talk, I mean, maybe like a PR thing, maybe. That could also be it, because this is like not a firm foundation. This can talk about a contract in the reverse position. It's sort of like, not necessarily a breaking of a contract, but it could be like what you think this is. Like, oh, this is like 2 people in love is really like, this is a contract. But I don't think it's like actually a contract, like anything is written down. But this is giving like money in exchange of hands almost. Almost like I'm trying to boost my profile. I don't know if this is per Jennie or per the other person though. The Magician. Oh, okay. Okay, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And you know, if you've been here any length of time, like I love BLACKPINK. Have I kept up with them over the last 2 years? No. They'll always have a place in my heart. Do I support everything they do? No. However, the Magician is like, and I'm not saying this to slight Jennie, make her look bad, you know this, but the Magician is like trying to manifest something or make something happen. I could see her being linked to somebody to try to boost her profile, or she's doing this as a favor for somebody else, and I can't tell. But it seems like she's going to be seen with somebody. I feel like it's a guy. It could also be a girl, and like she's gonna start rumors like that. I'm not really sure. Whatever it is though, whoever she's going to be linked to, it's not what it seems. I can't tell you if it's 100% fake, but whatever it is, whatever the running rumor or thing about it is, it's not quite what it is. It doesn't have to be fake. It doesn't have to be PR. It could be like It also could be that she actually is dating someone and the rumor is like, oh, like, no, he's just her stylist or something. I can't parse it apart. Whatever it is, though, she's going to be connected or linked to somebody in the public. A struggle, burden, not being a burden anymore. I feel like this has something to do with elevating Jennie specifically. It could be she's doing this for somebody else, but for some reason I'm focused on her. Like, it's supposed to help elevate her, get people talking about her again, get her... It's almost like she's, like, energetically, it's giving, like, she misses kind of, like, that it girl status or people talking about her so much or, like, always following her every move. There's something about that. I actually don't think that's good for her, to be honest, but she misses it because I think this has been her entire life for most of her life where it's, like, she sneezes and everyone talks about it. She misses it, but it's kind of, like... I think it's... And this is not me telling her this, but, like, energetically, it's sort of like, I don't think that's, like, what you need right now, if that makes sense. Anyway, she wants to get back to that. It's, like, a familiar thing, even if it's not, like, the healthiest thing for her. So she's gonna maybe try this. I don't also know if this is Jennie's doing or more, like, her team or her agency or whoever's, like, trying to get this going. Oh, isn't she coming out with an album soon? If that's true, because I haven't kept up, I have no idea. If that's true, this might be part of that, where it's, like, trying to get people talking before she releases the album. That's all I can get. Nothing about her emotional state. I'm so sorry. That's all I'm being led towards is like something in the public related to being linked to someone romantically. Love that for Miss Thing. Hope she's doing well. I'm kind of curious about her emotional state though. I'm sorry. Judgment. No, it's bad. Like, we're literally just like talking about the same thing. This is judgment. I think it'll reflect negatively on her, but all press is good press. Is that what it is? Even good, bad press? I'm not sure. Anyway, so it's like whatever people are talking about, it might not be said in the most positive light. She might be linked to someone kind of controversial. That might be it. Or like maybe it's just kind of a misogynistic world. So people are like, oh, like Jennie, like, whatever. Anyway, but the goal is to get it to boost her profile. I said this was Rose, Lisa, and Jisoo. Yes. Okay. This is... What did I just say? Rose! This is Rose. Oh, that's interesting. That's like shady, stealing, like doing something kind of underhanded. Not to say she's doing those things, but that's the energy. The 9 of Pentacles. I'm so sorry if you guys like see my nails. I'm gardening a lot. I'm sorry. Don't look at my nails. That's like decked out, gilded, like dripping. She feels elevated or like rich. I'm sure she is like rich for sure, but she feels that way. She feels like fancy and like she's reached like a higher echelon, if that makes sense. That's what it's giving. Oh no. It's always Rose. It's always Rose. Lately, it's always been Rose. The devil's being chained to something toxic. It could be I'm toxic. It could be like I'm around toxic things. Coupled with this card, that's kind of concerning because this is like shady business essentially. And this is like money, but it's also like status. The devil is like, you know, toxicity. 2 of Pentacles. All that glitters is not gold. It can also be like you were promised something, you got something else. Or you got more than you bargained for, I think is a better way to put this. It can also be like a lack of balance, a lack of like harmony as well. King of Pentacles, that's connected to a rich man. Oh my God. I don't like this energy. The end of something, being stabbed in the back. Oh my God, I hate this energy. I hate this energy. What's going on? I did say in my last reading I did on Rose, I think it was the one with Bruno Mars in the Grammys, I said that like Rose had like rose-colored glasses on or she was being naive about something. And I was, in that reading I wasn't really specific because like, I don't know, I'm not like that. I try really hard, but sometimes it's just so evasive. It's like they just keep taking me around the perimeter. Ace of Cups is a lack of fulfillment, but that's like being stabbed in the back. It's also an ending to something. Fighting? Someone fighting on Rose's behalf about something. I don't think she asked them to. I don't think she wants them to, but they're doing it. This seems like more of like a company, an agency, a PR, something like that, rather than like someone like fighting on your behalf because they love you, if that makes sense. Ace of Wands in the reverse position is like a lack of power. It's a lack of energy, I mean. It's a lack of creativity. It can be a lack of like starting something new. What's this about though? Queen of Wands. creativity again. Oh, there's something very controlling about her creativity. Like, if she was starting another album or something, did she release it? I have no idea. Let's say Rosé is working on an album currently, or some sort of creative project. Maybe she's trying to get into acting, whatever it is. Someone else is controlling it heavily. Almost like, like her last album, and besides that one song that went viral, you know the one. Besides that one, like, the rest of her album wasn't talked about very much. It's almost like they like her image, they like her vision, they like how she looks. They take into account Rosé's more like broad macro level visions, but like when it comes to execution, she actually doesn't have a lot of control because they don't trust her as much. They're like, no, like we need like experienced producers and songwriters, and you're gonna kind of be the face and like the vibe of it all, but you're really not. And I think that's something that Rosé doesn't like, because I think this has been a criticism Rosé has had in her own career, where it's like she really wants authorship of like her creative vision, and they're like, no, like that didn't pan out, babe. But I'm going back to this because I'm like stressed out. So this is like being stabbed in the back, right? And this is an unfulfillment, and this is the King of Pentacles. This can be like company giving too, or just like a powerful man. Masculine energy, but it often reads man. And this is like a lack of balance. Devil, this is like, this is like, you know how this lady has like beautiful robes on? Never see this in any other card, right? And there's money everywhere, but there's a bird. And sometimes I can talk about feeling trapped. This card sometimes tells me that it's like someone feels trapped in like their luxury and their opulence and like shady business going on. I feel like Rosé does not have as much control as she once did. A better way to put it is, when Rosé was working on her first album, outside of BLACKPINK, she was working really hard at it. She tried very hard. It was definitely her own personal vision. And now things have changed, especially, I think if she hadn't had that hit song with Bruno Mars, I think she would still be able to make her second album however she wanted, and maybe it hits or maybe it doesn't. Because of that big, huge hit song, and they're like, people, I think they also looked at like the data maybe on like what people were talking about, and people like the way Rosé looks. People kind of like her vibe. They like how she shows up in interviews. So Rosé has now become more of a personality rather than like a creative vision and direction. She can help, she can point her team in the right direction, but they've kind of taken like a strong reign of like, no, like we need you to be working with like really experienced producers and songwriters, and it's taken away a lot of like the creativity. It's strange because like she's also not particularly emotional in this, but there's something that's insidious about all of this. I don't know what it is. It's very like, this is like a crazy comparison, but like almost like Britney Spears. I know that's, I'm not saying that to compare Rosé to Britney Spears, but more so, and I'm not saying that also in the extreme of Britney Spears, but if you think about Britney Spears when she was like actually like, you know, making music and like touring and like at the highlight, and it's sort of like Britney didn't have a lot of control. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen to Rosé even a little bit, but I'm saying that it's more like Rosé is now like propped up again. It's almost like she's back to being a K-pop idol that's heavily controlled, even though she tried very hard not to have that be the outcome. But there's something else that I'm really circling, but I'm not landing on, and I don't know what it is. But there's something like, it makes me like uncomfortable physically. I don't know what it is. But like I'm like slightly worried for Rosé. Walking away from something emotionally, that's also a card of transition, but not intellectually. What? Taking a break, rest and relaxation, it's also contemplation, especially when it comes to like intellect or communication in the star. That's strange. I don't know if Rosé is planning on releasing something soon, or if she did release. Oh, I remember, wasn't she supposed to have another album out? Did she drop that? I don't know. Whatever it is, either something's been delayed or changed and not for the better. I can't tell. Either her star power is going to fall or the project's not going to do well. But it's one or the other. Either the project does really well, but she like says something like upsets people, so it's like a faux pas. So the music's good, but we don't like you anymore. Or the music doesn't do poorly, but something about you, we still can like, you get another chance. I can't parse this apart at all, but there's something coming up. I feel like she's very lost in the throes and in the shuffle of like, now you're in Hollywood, baby. That's what it's giving. I also think she is doing things that are different from her other members because she had such a massive hit song and is now connected to Bruno Mars, and so probably has connections to other really powerful people. I think she is in over her head and doesn't 100% realize how much she's in over her head. She doesn't feel emotional at all. She just seems very kind of like, I think she's still really enamored by the glitz and the glamour. I think she's gotten a lot more money than she's ever had. Not to say that she wasn't like popping off, like, hello, you're in BLACKPINK, but like, I think she definitely has been launched into a different echelon, and she's like now kind of testing the new waters. And I'm like, girl, they're sharks. I don't know. Well, you know, wish her well. I said this was Lisa, right? Page of Swords in the reverse position, that can be saying something immaturely. Sometimes it can be saying something kind of like, oh, half-baked or underbaked. Almost like, you know, sometimes when you speak, but you haven't thought it all the way through and it didn't land the way you wanted it to land. That's kind of what it's giving. It can also be an idea or like the execution of something. This is a lack of collaboration. It could be her other members or like working with somebody. I can't tell. Wheel of Fortune. Fortune turning in your favor. Ooh. Okay, work. Death, that's a rebirth. Oh, a reinvention. She's gonna reinvent herself again. You know what? It's not 100% that. It's almost like she's done something like this before, but it's going to be refined and amplified. It would be like, I don't know. Let's say, I really don't know a good example for this. You know her song Money? It would be like if she leans even harder into that kind of aesthetic, but this time it's like almost like she commits to the bit and it's elevated and it's better. That's what it's giving. But it's also like, oh, like you're no longer like Lisa, like from BLACKPINK in the K-pop group, and like you have that kind of like cute voice and you talk about your pets all the time. It's like elevated. There's something, but it's musically. Or it also could be like in her communication. I can't tell if it's like better or worse, but it definitely is like refined. And like almost like the, what's it called? You know, on your camera, and when the camera gets better, what is it called? Enhanced. But I don't know if enhanced always means better. Well, I guess so, because the Wheel of Fortune is like fortune turning in your favor. This also feels like a personal project of hers, rather than a group project, or even a collaboration with somebody. The Fool, that's like naive, but in her case it feels good. It feels lucky almost. It feels like, I don't know what I'm doing. I think she's trying to have fun in her creativity again. It's going to pay off. I also think she's going back to like her roots, quote unquote, or she might be working with somebody that she used to work with that she really enjoyed. But there's something about like she's trying to have fun and go back to like that time in her life when like things were really clicking for her. It's almost like she's not trying to reach for the moon. I think that's what she was trying to do in her last project. What was it? The one with all the people? I'm not sure. No one really liked her album. No offense. I thought it was good. I was like, yeah, whatever. I think she tried really hard on that and that kind of backfired. I think Lisa is her absolute best when she's having fun. That's when she's best creatively. I think that's when people enjoy her the most, is when she is enjoying it and she's not really thinking about it too hard or trying too hard. I think that's when her best work comes out. It flows better. People enjoy it. Lisa definitely is more of like a tactile sensation type of a person than like trying so hard and making it complicated and like thinking really hard and like you know what I mean? Like she's very much like you vibe. When Lisa vibes, we all vibe. And I think she's trying to get back to that. I don't know if she knows this consciously, but that's what she's doing. I see her releasing something. I can't tell you if it'll be a hit, it'll go viral, but whatever it is, a subset of people will really vibe with it. Like she's gonna gain a new fandom that's like more solid. And it's sort of like, oh, like yeah, we like this. Like it's kind of an underground thing. The Emperor in reverse position is an unhappy power. Loss of power? This feels like a man, though. Like an unhappy man. This is the first one, the first thing I read. Hanged man. That's a need for a new perspective. Again, trying something new. She's trying something new. I can't tell you if when she releases it, it's like, oh, well, this is like what you've been doing. But it's like her process is different. Or how she's working on it is different. And it'll be more refined and like I don't know, I'm bobbing my head right now as if I'm like vibing to music. Like whatever she releases, there's gonna be a playfulness to it that's like enjoyable. That's like bound up by my thoughts though. It can be overthinking as well. This is related to the Hanged Man and power, a loss of power. Is this about the same thing? The Tower, that's the dodging of a bullet. What's this about? Field. Oh, starting from zero again? Opportunity. Asking for help? Can I tell you something? I'm so annoying. This feels like it's related to Frederic. I don't know if they've been spotted. I don't know if they broke up. I don't know what the streets are saying. I haven't kept up with that. But this feels like not related to work. It feels related to business, but not related to work. And it feels related to a man who has power. could be anything. It could be her CEO. It could be, I don't know. But I'm like, I keep like seeing Frederic suddenly in my head, which is making me think that it's about him. And this is like overthinking. And this is like almost like a collapse, but not a collapse. Starting again and asking for help. Page of Wands in the reverse position. She got the Page of Swords was her first. I don't remember. Page of Wands is like a lack of passion, a lack of creativity. Ace of Pentacles, starting new. I think she's gonna release something. I can't tell you how soon or how far away this is. I think it'll do decent. I think it will be a step that will make her. Like in my mindset, I see this being a stepping stone that will get her. The next step she takes after this step will be one that will elevate her a lot, or it'll be like more. It'll be bigger. Whatever she releases, it's like gonna be kind of like an underground thing. I think it will help her to establish more. What's the word? Authority, stability. Okay, final card. Page again. Yes, she's trying to like go back to like a previous version of herself, a younger version of herself, a more playful version of herself. I feel like she's felt a bit lost in who she is, actually, especially creatively. I still don't think she really knows. I think she's trying to explore, and I think whatever she releases will be more on the exploratory side. But I think she's going to start to realize, like, having fun helps her a lot. Enjoying what she's doing helps her a lot. Working with people who like handle more of like the logistics and know more about music, and she shows up and she just like shares ideas and like what she's interested in. Almost like she has to be her own muse, and then she like gives that muse to other people to work with. That's the best way I could describe it. So it's like you're still an artist, like it's still you, but you're giving it to people who are better at engineering those types of things, if that makes sense. Lisa, absolutely. Like when she's dancing and like, you know, like she choreographs and she's just having fun, the best. I'm happy for her. All right, go Lisa. I said this was Miss Jisoo. King of Cups, masculine energy, emotional. Hierophant, doing things by the book, order. 2, 3, that's like working together, collaboration. That could be the other girlies. It's like celebration. It's like community. Unhappily ever after and family, and home. That could be her family. It could be a family she's trying to start. Like if she was in a relationship, I really don't know. Unhappy in family. Hermit, going underground, going undercover. I don't know what Jisoo's been up to. Either she's going to go quiet again, or something is going to go quiet. People have been saying that her brother is popping up in the media because he like essayed someone. Is that, I don't know if I'm 100% right on that. That could be what this is related to, but there's something about I'm trying to keep this quiet or go underground with something. I keep hearing we're going underground. I don't know if it'll be her entirely, but something about that. And this is family related. Temperance, balance, cups, trying to grow something, trying to be honest, trying to be fair. Boundaries. Oh, huh. This is, yeah. Strength, feeling powerless about something. Oh, drinking. Okay. And 9 of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I do feel like this, I don't know why. I might be really biased in this because I just read a comment that asked me to read about this. I'll do a separate reading just about her brother for sure. But like, this is given kind of like related to her brother. But if not, if I could expand it more to her life, there's something that she wants to keep secret or hush. But it doesn't feel like fun, as if it's like, oh, like I don't want my album to leak. It does feel like a story that she wants to squash or keep squashed. It seems like it's related to drinking in some way, or like alcohol, because this card doesn't typically, well, I mean, actually, yes, it does sometimes. Then talk about like drinking and alcohol. It doesn't have to be that though. But there's something about like guard. I'm keeping my guard up. Like we want to keep this behind the walls. And this is like, kind of like when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but it's also about like contemplation and like trying to see. But it's an emotional matter, whatever it is. The strength is feeling powerless. Like I'm powerless right now. Someone said that like, whenever Jisoo does something, like this story keeps popping up about her brother, and it's sort of like Jisoo, I don't know, maybe it's like, well, this happens like all over the world. This happens in America, where it's like women get linked to like men who do bad things. So it's like, how could you? It's like, I didn't do it. I'm just like connected to this person. I don't know if it's worse in Korea, where it's like this will actually like definitely damage whatever she's doing, but there's something about family. it could be her family, so it absolutely could be her brother. It also could be like a relationship she has. I don't know if we know if she's dating currently or not. It could be something to do with that, but I would get probably different cards more related to. This is usually a friendship card though. It can also talk about groups at large, and it's like a celebration and merriment. Oh, like she's trying to celebrate and something keeps getting thwarted. I do kind of think it's about her brother. I don't know. Anyway, she feels frustrated, she feels sad, she feels a little helpless in this situation because she keeps getting dragged into something that she didn't really do. I think this is something that gets brought up a lot to her. I don't know, to her face or with her team or whatever, but it's almost like strategy-wise or logistic-wise. Almost because I keep seeing like a chessboard and it's like they're playing chess and this keeps popping up. Almost like someone throws down a newspaper and is like, look, on the chess, and you're like, you just ruined our game. Anyway, Ace of Swords, communication. Trying to take the high route, the noble route, the pure route. Actually, I think that, I don't know if she's implicated in this in some way. I don't think she's done anything, but she might get dragged into it. Maybe like legally, I don't know. There's something about like they're actually doing a lot behind the scenes related to whatever this issue is. Oh my god, it has to be. It has to be. Unless there's another story I'm unaware about related to Jisoo, whatever it is, it's a negative story. They're trying to suppress it. It might not be with her brother. It might be with her brother. It feels like a group issue, but not BLACKPINK the group. Like her family maybe, or like another friend group maybe. I don't know. But this is the internet. It's communication. Whatever it is, there's a story coming. Or more is coming, or more people are going to start to notice and talk about it. Jisoo just feels very like sad. That's it. She's like, why does this keep coming up? Like, why me? Why this? Not why me, like, why me? But more just like, I didn't do anything. This is kind of like options. Oh, we're figuring out our options, strategizing. That's all I'm getting. She seems actually quite consumed by this. I have no idea what this story is about. I didn't look at it into it personally. I know it's been coming up for a while, but like I think this is starting to, it's almost like the volume's going to keep turning up and more people are going to poke into this story and like want her to maybe make a statement on it. I'm not sure. That's all I'm really getting. Well, thank you, BLACKPINK. Please comment down below if you want me to do any specific things related to BLACKPINK. Fill me in. I don't know what the girly bops have been up to. That's my bad. Peace and love.